We are conditioned to expect an ending that demands our attention, a screaming match, packed bags, a final, undeniable exit. In reality, most separations happen so quietly they are easily missed. The affection drains away slowly, like a tiny leak in a tire, long before anyone actually packs a bag or walks out the door. This creates a confusing dynamic. Your partner might still be sitting on the couch with you. They might still answer your calls. The physical body is present, but the emotional effort required to maintain the bond has stopped. When the air between you turns heavy and cold, you start searching for reasons. Because the shift is subtle, it is easy to blame yourself. You assume you are asking for too much attention, or that you are needy for wanting basic closeness. Recognizing this emotional exit requires shifting focus away from the shared space you occupy and onto the specific, quiet shifts in behavior that occur when one person begins to leave. The first illusion to dismantle is the belief that continued communication equals continued care. A person can send a text message or even sit across from you at dinner while feeling detached from what you have to say. Look at this network of connection. You see the reality of apathy when your feelings become a chore. Instead of instinctively trying to protect your emotional safety, a withdrawing partner actively blocks your attempts to connect, treating your need for reassurance as a burden. The entire interaction dynamic flips. The small disagreements that once ended with a hug or an apology now hit a cold wall of distance. If you express that you are hurt or confused, you are met with short, dismissive answers or silence. Kind people frequently get trapped here. Instead of recognizing this lack of basic empathy for what it is, they rationalize the coldness. They convince themselves that wanting a safe, caring response is asking for too much. But wanting basic kindness is the baseline of being together. When that empathy vanishes, it marks a withdrawal of the emotional safety required to keep a relationship alive. We often cover up growing distance with labels. When the texts get shorter and the plans dry up, it is common to excuse the behavior by saying they are simply stressed or going through a busy season at work. People do get busy, but someone who values the connection will still reach out through the chaos. They will find a small window of time to show you still matter. A partner who is withdrawing uses that stress as permission to stop trying. Picture a shared load like this bridge. When their effort pulls away, it creates a harsh mathematical imbalance. You find yourself initiating every single interaction. You send the first text, you ask about their day, and you struggle to manufacture plans just to keep the contact alive. What was supposed to be a shared journey mutates into a solitary duty. You are left bearing the full weight of the partnership on your own. It is a devastating metric to test, but accurate. If you were to stop calling, stop texting, and stop planning today, and the relationship would vanish into thin air, the partnership has already ended. A partner's physical presence today is often mistaken for a commitment to tomorrow. We stay focused on the fact that they are still here, missing the moment they stop discussing what comes next. Listen closely to the words they use. In a healthy bond, people naturally use words like we and us when discussing next month or next year. When someone is pulling away, those inclusive words evaporate, replaced by vague, non-committal language. If you map out a relationship as two parallel timelines, you can see that when they stop making future plans, they have mentally moved on. Instead of building a shared life, their trajectory veers off, charting a reality that only has room for themselves. One bad week of poor communication does not mean a connection is doomed. People get distracted and overwhelmed. What you have to look for is a systemic pattern where the conversations consistently refuse to move past the present moment. When someone stops dreaming with you and stops inviting you into their tomorrow, they have already left you in their mind. Their body just hasn't caught up yet. True exhaustion sets in when you attempt to earn love from a memory, a version of a person who is no longer there. You are working to save a relationship that exists only in your past. You cannot force someone to stay by simply suffering more. You cannot earn their loyalty by being the most patient person in the room, offering chances to someone who isn't asking for them. Attempting to hold on to a force that is actively retreating only causes deeper friction. You become the only one slipping relentlessly on the rope, while they back away from it, inch by inch. You have to stop arguing with the painful truth. Instead of analyzing their occasional promises, you must observe their daily behavioral patterns. When their actions show repeated indifference, believe them. Accepting this reality is not a personal failure or a reflection of your worth. It is a necessary act of self-preservation. It is stepping back and deciding that you deserve someone who fights for the connection as hard as you do. Letting go of the illusion is difficult, but dropping that heavy rope is the only way you can finally create the space for a real connection, one that will meet you halfway.